wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the range.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3, and it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Even at 46 years old, Vinatieri's still dangerous from long range. He was 4 of 6 from 50-plus a year ago, and he drills another one here.
How about that technique? That's what gets it done every time. Great technique, great torque. 46 years old, ha!
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Play fake. Mariota. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there by Lewis. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Alert. 3.
They go play action with Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 47. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll go option to the short side. On third down, a run by Mack. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. On second down now. It's Lewis looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Mariota to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Flushed out right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mariota. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, it's Lewis. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Mariota going to give to Lewis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now, buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
50 the month. Hey, here I come.
Brissett now. He's got it to Hilton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards that time on the ground. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. Open man is born. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. set from the gun on third. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a big play there by Lewis. And even 50 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
1. Come. Hey, watch this. Chopper. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch that. Big dead.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Ebron's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Out of the gun, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Mack. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it. It's Mack. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now they'll run with Lewis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw Mariota. It's caught by Funchess. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Titans! Tajay Sharp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know,
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He gets it to Humphreys. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Lewis, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and goal, Drake. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Looking to run with Mack. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Brissett on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the read option, it's Mariota. able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.